What if your wealth was measured in cattle, not cash? Stay with me for one day that might change how you see your own life. The first rule of survival is to wake before the world does. But here, the world wakes with you. The sun had not yet breached the horizon. A thin thread of smoke began its slow, deliberate climb into the pale gray sky. I was in the heart of Maasai country, a vast, open expanse where the earth itself is a deep, powerful red. A young boy, no older than 10, emerged from a circular mud and dung home known as a maniata. The air was crisp and carried the raw, unfiltered scents of the wild. Dry grass, smoky remnants of last night's fire, earthy aroma of cattle. He stretched, silhouette dark against the dawn. A quiet smile touched his lips. Morning in a Maasai village. Life pared to its essentials. The Maasai are semi-nomadic pastoralists, guardians of a culture that has thrived for centuries. As the sun climbed higher, casting long, dramatic shadows across the savanna, the village stirred into a symphony of purposeful activity. The men emerged. Older boys emerged. Many carried long, slender spears, sturdy wooden sticks, rungu. Not just tools for defense, a profound symbol of transition into a warrior. With quiet calls and whistles, they guided the herd out from the central enclosure, heading to fresh grazing lands sweetened by morning dew. Simultaneously, the women began vital morning rituals. Young girls joined. With brooms made from bundled twigs, they swept the compacted earth of the central courtyard, clearing away the ashes from the previous night's fires. A group of women set off for the nearest water source, carrying heavy plastic jugs on their backs, carrying heavy plastic jugs on their heads, often traveling long distances. Back in the maniata, fires were skillfully brought to life to heat the morning's first meal, a warm, nourishing drink of fresh milk, sometimes mixed with sweet tea. The milking of the cows is a task performed with incredible skill and gentleness, primarily by the women. Marketing. A Maasai woman in traditional attire skillfully milking a cow into a calabash gourd. Early morning light illuminating the scene. This milk is the cornerstone of their diet. It is consumed fresh, or sometimes allowed to sour into a yogurt-like consistency. Nothing is wasted. Every drop is a gift from the animals they revere. The visual identity of the Maasai is striking and deeply symbolic, a vibrant language spoken through cloth and beads. The men are most famously known for their shukas, the bright cloths they wrap around their bodies. Red is the most common and significant color, a bold statement against the greens and browns of the landscape. Red symbolizes bravery. Red symbolizes strength. Red symbolizes the blood of the cattle that sustain them. It is the color of the warrior, a visual declaration of courage and a warning to potential threats. Blue represents the sky and life-giving rain. Green stands for the land and nourishment. White beads mean peace and purity. Black beads represent the people and their struggles. Orange beads signal hospitality. Yellow beads also signal hospitality. For the women, identity and stories are told through magnificent, intricate beadwork. These are not mere decorations. They are a complex visual narrative. Wide, flat collars encircle their necks. Long, dangling earrings frame their faces. Stacked bracelets climb their arms. These pieces communicate a woman's age. They indicate her marital status. They signal her social standing. They can show the number of children she has. As they grow, beadwork increases in complexity and quantity, marking milestones and rites of passage. The gentle clinking of beads as women walk or work is a constant, subtle music in the village. In the bright African sun, beads catch the light and shimmer, turning every gesture into a small, sparkling spectacle. This traditional attire is more than clothing. It is a declaration of belonging. It connects them to ancestors, community, and the land. He is the embodiment of a proud and resilient people. The concept of a meal in a Maasai village extends far beyond simple nourishment. It is a cornerstone of community life, a time for connection, sharing, and teaching. The diet is traditionally simple, revolving around the core resources provided by their cattle. Fresh milk, as we saw in the morning, is a daily staple. Ugali, a thick maize porridge, is a common, more substantial meal. It's often eaten with milk or a simple stew. Meat from a goat or sheep is reserved for ceremonies, celebrations, or honored guests. Sharing food expresses kinship and hospitality. It's an unbreakable social rule. A neighbor arriving at a maniata is invited to eat, and even a stranger from afar is welcome to share food. To refuse a guest food or shelter is a grave dishonor. The home is built by women from a wood framework, plastered with mud, sticks, ash, and cow dung. The structure stays cool by day and warm at night. Around the central hearth, the day's events are recounted. Elders speak first, their words carrying weight and wisdom. They share stories, offer guidance, and settle minor disputes. The children listen intently, absorbing oral history and moral codes. These quiet moments transfer culture across generations. This generosity creates a powerful social safety net. In times when drought or disease hit a herd, mutual support is a critical survival strategy. You see it in the village's circular layout, in daily duties like herding, childcare, and defense. Children are raised by the whole village. This collective spirit builds security and belonging, part of something larger than yourself. It's a powerful antidote to modern isolation. As the sun reached its zenith, casting a harsh, bright light over the plains, the rhythm of the day shifted. The women gathered in the shade of a broad acacia tree, their hands busy with the intricate art of beadwork. With needles and durable thread, they meticulously strung tiny, colorful glass beads into the complex patterns that would become necklaces, bracelets, earrings. Their fingers moved with a dexterity and speed that spoke of a lifetime of practice. This was a time for both productivity and social connection. The air was filled with the soft, melodious humming of the women as they worked. Their songs were not performances, but a natural extension of their activity, a shared rhythm that synchronized their movements and lightened their labor. Stories of love, legendary warriors, the beauty of the land, the daily joys and sorrows of life. This craft has also become a vital source of income for many families. The income from selling this beadwork at local markets or to visiting tourists provides a crucial link to the cash economy. To purchase essentials, sugar, salt, cooking oil, vibrant fabrics for their shukas. It can also pay for school fees, medical care. This economic empowerment, driven by the women, shows adaptability and resourcefulness. Later in the afternoon, the unmistakable sound of the herd's return echoed across the plains. The boys, covered in a fine layer of red dust, skillfully guided the cattle back into the maniata, using specific calls that the cattle recognized, separating the calves from their mothers, ensuring each animal was accounted for. The safe return of the herd marks the successful conclusion of the day's most important task, securing the family's wealth and sustenance for another night. As dusk began to settle, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and purple, a different kind of energy began to build within the village. This was the time for dance, a vital and vibrant form of Maasai expression. It erupts spontaneously for joy, to welcome a guest, to mark a rite of passage, to celebrate the end of a good day. A group of young warriors, the Morans, began to gather, their tall, athletic bodies forming a line. Their voices rose in a resonant, guttural chant, a hypnotic rhythm that seemed to draw its power from the earth beneath their feet. This was the prelude to the Adumu, the famous Maasai jumping dance. The dance is a spectacular display of strength, agility, competitive spirit. With bodies held ramrod straight and faces impassive, the men take turns stepping forward to jump. They spring vertically into the air, feet appearing, launched by an invisible force. The goal? Jump as high and as gracefully as possible, without letting heels touch the ground, a way to impress the young women watching from the sidelines. Their high-pitched voices a melodic counterpoint to the men's deep chants. The women and girls play an equally important role. They form a semicircle, necks undulating so heavy, bead collars ripple and sway. They clap and sing intricate harmonies, songs weaving in and out of the men's chanting. The crowd cheers, creating shared excitement and communal pride. Elders who no longer jump watch with knowing smiles, faces reflecting deep pride in the next generation's strength and vitality. Watching the Adumu is witnessing a living tradition, social ritual, physical workout, form of storytelling. It is a celebration of life under the vast, star-filled African sky. It's really, powerful. The dance connects present to past, reinforcing values of strength, community, joyful expression that are at the core of being Maasai. Life in this Maasai village, deeply rooted in ancient traditions, is not a static museum piece. The modern world is no longer a distant concept. As evening stories circle the fire, I notice the soft blue glow of a mobile phone screen. A young man scrolling photos, a small device connecting him far beyond the acacia plains. Radios bring news, radios bring music, mixing traditional songs with contemporary African pop. These small technologies represent a slow, steady current of change. This blending is most evident in the younger generation. Boys learn herding, boys learn tracking. Many are also attending school. They learn to read. They learn to write. They learn to speak English. They learn to speak Swahili. They study mathematics. They study science. Dreams open. Teachers, guides, conservationists. A delicate balancing act. Studying under a tree, joining the warriors for the evening jump. His mind toggling between worlds. Women navigate this too. Beadwork finds a role in the global marketplace. Some women use phones to coordinate sales. They bypass middlemen, securing better prices for their art. A metal roof, a small solar-powered light for children to study. Integration is careful negotiation, not wholesale adoption. They choose what to incorporate and what to resist. They embrace solar power for practical benefits, yet rely on elders for governance. They check cattle prices on phones, but measure true wealth by herd size and health. A complex dialogue between past and future, a testament to resilience and adaptation without losing identity. Well, it's a careful dance, really. As the last embers of the fire glowed and the village settled into a profound, star-dusted silence, the night air was cool, filled with the distant, soft lowing of the herd. The whisper of the wind across the grasslands made everything feel ancient and immense. The world felt incredibly peaceful. Lying there, I reflected on the two vastly different worlds I inhabit. My own life is one of speed, schedules, and digital connectivity, a constant striving for more. The life I had just witnessed was one of patience, rhythm, and human connection, a deep contentment with what is essential. It wasn't a choice between which was better. It was a powerful lesson in what we might have lost in our rush to progress. I came here expecting to see a simple life, but what I found was a life of incredible richness and complexity. I saw courage not in grand heroic acts, but in the quiet, daily commitment of a boy watching his herd. I saw courage in a woman carrying water for miles. I saw courage in an elder offering advice to hold the community together. I saw wealth not in bank accounts, but in the health of the cattle. I saw wealth in the strength of family bonds. I saw art not in a museum, but in the intricate beadwork woven with stories. I saw art in the powerful, soaring jumps of the warriors. When you leave a Maasai village, you carry away more than just photographs or souvenirs. You carry a quiet, persistent question in your heart. What is truly necessary for a good life? The answer I found here was not about accumulating things, but about nurturing relationships with your family, with your community, and with the land that sustains you, honoring the past, while embracing the future with courage and adaptability. The Maasai show us that it is possible to navigate change without losing your soul, to adopt new tools without abandoning ancient wisdom. This day was a simple one, yet it was filled with profound lessons. It taught me about the importance of community, resilience, and a way of life intertwined with the natural world. As I prepared to leave at dawn, I knew that a part of this red earth, this vast sky, and the indomitable spirit of the Maasai people would travel with me. It serves as a permanent reminder to slow down, to listen, to notice the beauty in simple acts. Remember that the strongest communities are built on care, courage, and a shared song. Well, I honestly carry that with me still.